Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have Moana 2. This has just premiered on Disney Plus a few hours ago, and I started it later than I intended to, but it is still just a few hours after midnight, and I have just finished it for the first time. I did not go see it in theaters. I'm sorry, Disney, but I just kept trying and trying, and I just didn't go. But like everybody else, they were like, give it a few months, it'll be on Disney Plus. and it works to their advantage. Somebody might be getting Disney Plus so they can watch Moana and Moana 2 together. So, hey, why not? Do a little marathon. This is, of course, from 2024. It is an hour and 42 minutes long, and it brings back our heroes, Moana and Maui, back together again with a brand new set of characters, including some familiar ones as well. Mom and Dad are still there. Some familiar villagers. But Moana, I'm not going to spoil too much. Oh, before I forget, I know I'm going to forget if I don't say it right now. There is a mid-credit sequence. I won't tell you what it is. There's no after-credit sequence, but there's definitely a mid-credit sequence which hints possibly at something to come. There is probably going to be more Moana. Now, that could be due to the fact that this film was originally conceived as a series for Disney Plus, like exclusive to Disney Plus. So it's not like, hey, you guys were planning on putting it just on Disney Plus, not in the theaters, so you can't really blame me for not going to see it. And just tanking your box office, obviously. No, this movie did pretty well. So, because Moana is a fantastic film to start with, and this is a pretty great sequel. I tend to really only get into something after I've seen it at least 2 times. I really enjoyed it. The music is great as well. It does a number of musical callbacks. It still feels like Lin-Manuel Miranda has contributed to certain things, but he is not involved in the music this time. But it feels I think they borrow very strongly from the music from the last film, which is understandable. You want to continue at that sort of continuity of feel and style. There is also the declaration of "I am Moana" at one point. I won't tell you when, but you'll see it coming. But yeah, it's what we get here is just some fun, fantastic music, and a big new bad god, I guess, bad guy, bad god, and a pretty thrilling, over-the-top kind of dramatic fate of the world kind of conflict with Moana, Maui, her scrappy little team of friends from her island, and the pig and the chicken. Hey, of course, voiced by Alan Tudyk once again. We get a lot of just people in this. I don't want to ruin anything for you. Just it's good to go in fresh. I avoided a lot of spoilers from this, other than seeing the trailers in the past, trying to find out. Didn't want to know too much. I learned too much at one point about some part of the end, and I'm not going to share it here. But yeah, it's there's big changes afoot in this corner of the planet. Yeah, so there's a big mission that Moana has to undertake, even at the risk of leaving behind her family, which now includes a little sister. So, and she's adorable as anything. Moana's a few years older now. She's she's mid to late teens now, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, she's a little Samea is her little sister, and she is super adorable. Tamara Morrison, by the way, if you know who he is, he's the voice of all the clones in the Clone Wars, and of course Boba Fett, the modern day Boba Fett, like from the Book of Boba Fett, and well, he was also Jango Fett back in Attack of the Clones. So yeah, you'll recognize him. There's just pretty much, I think, everybody from the first film has come back, provided their voices. Of course, Auli'i, Auli'i Carvalho, maybe I pronounced it right. I don't know. She's back. She's always fantastic. She's a fantastic voice. She's just belts those numbers out like it's nothing, but she sounds fantastic. And of course, Dwayne Johnson is back as Maui, just being Maui. You're welcome. So there's a number of other characters in this that help her on her mission, and that is it adds a new level. You also recognize a few old faces that she comes across in her adventure that we've seen before. So again, not spoiling. It's part of the reason you want to stick around for that mid-credit sequence right after the big. After you see it says, Moana, Auli'i, Cravalho, and Dwayne Johnson as Maui. Big finale music, and cut to black, and that's your mid-credit sequence. So do not skip credits. Just telling you. It's a big, colorful adventure. I don't know. It can't be that. I don't think it was my devices. I watch it on a computer screen. I have pretty high-res monitors. They're not 4K, 2K, maybe. Yeah, 2K. It might have been everybody's maybe watching it all at the same time at midnight. I have no idea. But the quality of it was kind of grainy for me. Maybe it would have looked different on a TV. So just, if these first few days, if you watch it, it may look kind of rough. I don't know if your experience will be the same, but it may look kind of rough, and just sort of pause for a minute and see if it gets better. That's my only complaint. I don't know if it was the demand on the servers or if something was wrong on my end, but my screens can handle some pretty wild stuff and pretty graphic intensive stuff, and for some reason it was super pixely at times. But that's my experience. Your experience may vary. It is not the fault of the film. I'm sure the film does look fantastic, and it did look fantastic throughout. I just think early on it just sort of frazzled out on me. I don't know why. Big adventure, beautiful animation, great songs, and of course the characters you know and love back on your screen at home through Disney Plus. So definitely check this out. Without spoiling anything, I can't really tell you a whole lot more. I'm just glad I got to see it finally, and I'm sad that I didn't get to see this on the big screen. It would have looked fantastic, I'm sure, and that's probably why people saw it so much back last November, December. I just found out today, or yesterday, that Mufasa is being added March 26th. So that'll be our last, as far as I know, special pick, premiere pick. I should call them premiere picks, which is not a random pick. Normally, all this stuff that I watch is randomly picked, and those are the premiere picks I do. Just like here with Moana 2, Mufasa, the Lion King, is going to be our next one on the 26th. Unless it shows up late and then I have to move it to the next day. But either way, I think they just announced that. So yeah, that'll be the last one of this month, of this quarter, and then we'll reset the list again, and we will be down to less than 200 new items on the list. So that'll be interesting. We'll blow through half of that, 90 more of those in the next quarter. By July, we could have minus 90 plus 6 plus 30-ish. It could be really close to 100. I don't know. But I don't have to check anything because I've already picked something accidentally yesterday. I picked the next 2 days. I already know what the next 2 days. Number 160 was Path of the Panther. Yeah, this is a National Geographic documentary. That's what we'll be watching next. I'm supposing it's about panthers. So, Path of the Panther is what we're watching next in the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.